Hey YouTube, welcome on in to our Gen 3 review in Pokemon Home for our living form decks. I'm trying to get all male, female, West Sea, East Sea style Pokemon in Pokemon Home that I can obtain with my trainer ID, and caught in a Pokeball. So it's a little stressful, but thank you all for hanging on in. I hope you guys enjoy this content. Of course, if you do, drop a like, sub to the channel, ring the bell, all that fun stuff. I did record this live over at twitch.tv/Schneider2010. I didn't technically need to, but my Twitch chat was interested as well. Uh, so if you want to jump on over to Twitch and see this kind of stuff live or watch the Gen 4 living decks happen in real time, jump on over and, follow me over there since that's free. If you want to support this kind of stuff, go ahead and sub to me over there as well. That would be greatly appreciated. If you want to know when I go live so you get shouted out when you follow, jump on over to Facebook and follow me at Schneider2010 Gaming. Or you could jump over to x.com, aka Twitter, follow me at Schneider2010. Or you just jump into the Discord, which is linked down below. But YouTube, until then, I thank you for clicking on in. I hope you enjoy, and I'll talk to you soon. YouTube, hey, what's up? Welcome on into our Pokemon Home Gen 3 Pokedex update. Living decks, full form living decks is actually what we're going for, all in a Pokeball from their respective generation with the symbol to prove so. Now that we're at Gen 3, we'll have the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire symbol, which I'll show. And on top of that, we've got an update to talk about for... Doesn't really matter, we're just going to jump into home. For our Gen 1 Pokedex, the living form deck. So, not quite the update some of you may have been waiting on. We'll talk about it in a minute because I was dumb. And that's why it's not quite what we talked about in the comments in my last video, which I'll link for you guys at the end of this one if you wanted to jump back. Went too far because I was running my mouth and not actually looking. So the birds, if you guys remember, my legendary birds right here. This is the update from last video. I needed to catch the Galarian forms in a Pokeball. Well, I managed to do it. All three of them in a Pokeball. But I'm going to come clean. None of them have a mark. Unfortunately, in the mark hunting that I was doing, I saved after they spawned at the tree. So I could catch Articuno just in case I messed up and he flew away. So in catching Articuno, I restarted the game like 30 times or so. Restarted the fight, did it over and over again, catching him in a Pokeball, checking to see if he's a mark. And then I looked it up. And once I looked it up, I realized everything I saw said that it is determined when they spawn at the tree. Well, unfortunately, I had already saved after that. So, once I read that, I will still go back and get them a mark. I won't just get them like the default, beat Galar and get them a Galar champion ribbon. We will actually get a ribbon on these guys, or a mark at some point in the future. Maybe when we go through Gen 6, I may try and do it before then on my Switch Lite, so that way when we go through Gen 8, on my Switch to do the Pokeball, everyone in a Pokeball on the Switch, stream it. Maybe we'll look at doing that just as a fun aside kind of thing. But I did get them all in a Pokeball as I promised I would for our Gen 3 update. So we'll jump past Gen 2. We've already looked at. And we'll jump into Gen 3 starting right here at Trico. Of course, I'll look through like I did as well in the other one. Some of these I know the differences, some of them I don't. So if I don't know the difference and you guys want to tell me, YouTube, drop it in the comments. Chat if you're here and want to watch. You're already watching, right? If you're here, if you guys want to tell me the difference while we're here, feel free. I'm dumb when it comes to some of these things. I just went by the list that I found. So let's check the summary. Of course, Trico doesn't have any gender differences. So we've got Trico, Grovyle, and Sceptile there. So I did teach Sceptile Flash. It was the only Pokemon in my party at the time. And I figured I could delete it later. What does it matter? And I didn't delete it later. But I can change it up if we do decide to use Sceptile at some point in the future. Maybe we could play around with Sceptile in the DLC for Scarlet and Violet. I don't know why I have a pin in my hand. I just picked it up to move it. But you can also see Sceptile is at level 90. It was my false swiper for a little while. So that was crazy to get him up that high. Torchic, I don't think we can actually see the gender difference here. I did look this one up because I was like, what is the difference? And I saw a video of like the 10 most annoying gender differences, or the 10 unnoticeable gender differences, or something like that. If I can find it, I'll link it in the description of this video for you, YouTube. On its butt, it has one little brown pixel. And that's the difference for Torchic. That's it. Just the one pixel on the back. And that's the gender difference that it has. Combuskin's looks like his feathers are their feathers, since it's male and female. The male has bigger feathers on its head. I'm not sure if there's another difference there. I don't see anything right off. But I could definitely tell the feathers get bigger and smaller. Blaziken, its little like horns off its nose, whatever that is, they get bigger between male and female, or female and male in this case. And it's got Pokerus. That's what that little face means there, the pink face at the top. It has it, but it doesn't. It can't share it. I believe is what that means. So sad that Sky Uppercut on my level 88 Blaziken can't be used. So we'll have to reteach it some moves if we use it in the future. Then Mudkip, Marshtomp, and Swampert, no gender differences there. Poochyena and Mightyena. Zigzagoon, we do have the Galarian form in here with a Pokeball. Same with Linoone. I caught this as a Zigzagoon at level 60, gave it a rare candy, and let it evolve in the wild area in my other game. So jump here, got Wurmple. Oh, we actually have a gender difference already, so we'll check the summary. Wurmple and Silcoon, and then we've got Beautyfly, which the red spots on the top of its wings looks to be the difference. The female has smaller red spots than the male. I didn't know that. All right, well, that's interesting. And Silcoon, I think Dustox. Why is there a Larvitar? Oh, no, that's the end of the box. So we've got Dustox here. 3 spots on its eyes, 2 circles. And we got Dustox here. I'm not sure what the difference is, and they're not in the same box, so it makes it harder to go back and forth. So this is one you guys can go ahead and let me know in chat or YouTube. Throw it in the comments and tell me, what you guys think or know the difference between Dustoxes. Not Exploud. Lotan, Lombre, and then Ludicolo, the dancing Pokemon. its stripes are thinner on the female. Oh, interesting. Okay. Stripes are a little bit smaller. This nips thing doesn't leaf has it does have nips, but I believe it's the leaf on its head that actually changes size. Yeah, and then Shiftry, its leaves also get bigger. Leaves. Tailo and Swellow. Wingull and Pelipper. Rot, Curlia and Gardevoir. Surskit, Masquerain. All of these in a Pokeball. Yep, no gender differences there. Makuhita, just running through. Also wanted to show you guys that they are all in Pokeballs. They all have that symbol, which you could see to my other side over there, beside English. That lets you know that they're caught in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So the Sableye story, the infamous Sableye, that was not found because Mawile, right, was in the cave rather than Sableye, Cave of Origin, because it's exclusive to Alpha Sapphire, and I wasn't paying attention because I'm dumb. I did manage to get both of those. Aggron. So Meditite, I also saw as I was moving it. Its head changes shape. So the female is like a Hershey Kiss, and the male it's a little bit thinner, and the ears are higher up. I thought that was kind of cool. Also, still looks like a Hershey Kiss, but it's a neat little change there. Do its legs get thicker as the male? I can't tell. They both have lipstick. Oh, it's a little head thing, a little ponytail, a little top knot gets bigger. It looks like. Okay. All right, then we've got Electrike, Manectric, Plutzo-Minun, which I don't think ever really have an advantage to use. Volbeat and Illumise. Never say that right. Rosalia? The little dress is bigger as a female. It's a little bit longer. Yeah. Trying to cover its feet. No feet on the internet. Not allowed. And Gulpin, I think it's its feather. Yeah. Little head feather. A little bit bigger. And Swalot's got a longer mustache as a male than a female. Makes sense? Absolutely. Carvana, Sharpedo, and Wailmer all in Pokeballs. We got Wailord. And then we've got Numel, which I think it's the hump. Yeah, the hump on its back. Female has a bigger hump than the male. And then Camerupt, its volcano pieces are bigger. The female. Interesting that they kept it for the evolution. Like, I really like that kind of thing. Torkoal, Spoink, Grumpig, Spinda, and there's only one Spinda that actually shows up. That's why I didn't try for the million Spindas. I'm not doing that. You can't make me do that. I guess if you give me $1 million, maybe I can work on it. But I don't think I want to spend that much time for less than that. But we do have Spinda, for Pinch, Vibrava, and Flygon, Cagnia, and 2 Cacturns, which I don't remember. I think maybe the diamonds are smaller in the male. Yeah. The female has 3 diamonds. The male has 4, varying sizes on its chest. Swablu and Altaria, Zangoose, Viper, Lunatone, Solrock, Barboach, Wishcash, Corphish, Crawdont. All in Pokeballs, guys. I promise. Wow, constrict. You can't. Okay. Didn't know that. Phoebus and both Militix, which you can actually see the gender difference right here in the sprite. But I'll make it big so you guys can see it there. Its hair is shorter as the male, like mine finally is. I did move this one into Scarlet and Violet, which is why it shows the Terra type. But it is still Derek, still from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. That's just why it shows a Terra type up at the top. Is because I moved it in, and it gained water pulse. I'm surprised it actually shows the Terra type. I didn't even realize it did that when I moved things in to different games. I think there were some others that I did that with too. I've not paid any attention though. So if you have and you're curious, you can ask. But I've not played with these Mon outside of Oris. Honestly, they've been sitting here for a little while, and I just have forgotten to show everybody. Cast form, even though he has all of those dances and can change form, only has one sprite in home, which is why there's only one of them. We've got Kecleon, Shuppet and Bayonet, Duskull and Dusclops, my bad. Tropius, Chimecho, Absol, Why Not, Snorunt. Sorry, there's no, it's Snow. It's not 2 R's, it's only one. Glalie, Spheo, Silo, Waren, Clamperl, and these dumb eelfish things, Gorbis and Huntail. So, in the original versions of Sapphire and Ruby, I remember the Deep Sea Scale and Deep Sea Tooth being on the boat, the down ship, sunken ship, whatever it's called, in between Dewford and Pacifilog. Well, in this version, in Oris, they're on your Mirage Islands and such. So, you have to get lucky, spawn the right island, and use the item finder to find the Deep Sea Scale and Deep Sea Tooth. Which I did, as you can see. But that is ridiculous. I am a little upset that they changed that up like that. But nonetheless, we got them. That's what matters. We got Relicanth, which I'm not sure. Does the male get longer? Like, I feel like that's the difference. Yeah, it looks like the male's a little bit bigger. Of course, if I'm wrong, let me know. But we do have both Relicanths, male and female. Love Disc, Bagon, Shelgon, and Salamence. I kind of wish Salamence had a variation other than his Mega. Unfortunate. Beldum, Matang, just standard. Not shiny or anything. I didn't do. This isn't a shiny living form dex. Just building our living form dex as is. Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. I've always called this Pokemon Regice. Until recently, when I realized there was only one eye and it's Regice. That's very annoying to me. This is Registeel, Regirock. Why is this not Regice? Why aren't there two eyes in that? Or why? They could have put a Y, right? But anyway, moving on, Latios and Latios. Kyogre and Groudon. I didn't use Kyogre. You can see I used Groudon. Got it to 69. Nice. Got Rayquaza. Level 97 because I used it to beat the Elite Four in every playthrough after the first one. Jirachi, that's the one I got it's the only Pokemon that actually won't have the um, Aura symbol for Gen 3 because I did not see an option to be able to get it within those versions legitimately. The same reason my Mew back here in Gen 1 is from actually PDSP, what we're playing now. Or after this, I should say. Working on our Gen 4 decks. There it is. My trainer name from PDSP. It's the only way legitimately I know to get that Pokemon with my trainer ID right now. And then we've got the 4 Deoxys forms: standard, attack, defense, and speed. And that's everything for Gen 3. So Gen 4 is what we'll be working on stream. We're gonna jump over to that. YouTube, I hope you enjoyed my run through here of the living form decks. We will keep you updated as I work through Gen 4. Of course, if you want to jump on over to Twitch, that's where we'll be streaming. I think my plan is on Mondays. I will be streaming Gen 4 until I finish it. At least my main playthrough on Pearl. Any of the Diamond exclusive mons, I will probably do that off stream, but I will trade them to myself. I will trade them to myself in Pearl, period. So that way they can all be in one game at one time, and I'll move them in to home. But YouTube, thanks for jumping on in. We're gonna go ahead and cut the recording here. Talk to you guys later.